it's not uncommon for us to want to be able to edit a PDF document. And in the past, what I've generally recommended is that you use something like this website, pdfcandy.com, to convert your document into something like a Word document and then edit that. What we'll have a look at are some other options that you've got that are easily available on your laptop to be able to work with PDF documents. So let's start with opening our document using Preview, which is the built-in PDF viewer on your laptop. Now, if you don't see the thumbnails down the left-hand side here, what you'll need to do is to either come to this icon here, click on that, and choose Thumbnails. Alternatively, you can come to View and choose Thumbnails. So you've got those there. And then you'll need to identify which pages you're actually going to want to try and convert and edit and work with. If it's just one page, then you just need to make sure it's got this line around the outside. All right, so you can see there that as I change them, I'm changing the pages. If you want multiple pages, simply hold down the Command key and then click on the pages that you want. And you can select them out of order or deselect them if you change your mind. When you've got your pages selected, what you'll need to do then is simply click and hold on any one of those pages and just drag it onto your desktop. And it will appear there. So now we have a new document that's only those 2 pages. Let's move on to the next step. So here we are in the next step, and I've got Google Drive open. I've selected the folder that I want to use to store my document. And I'm simply going to click and hold on my dragged pages and drop those into Google Drive, and that will upload those. And that's them there. Now I can go ahead and find that file again. I'll right click on it, or if I'm on my keyboard, on my Mac keyboard, I can use Control click, or I can use a 2-finger tap. And we want to come here to Open With. We're going to, from that list there, we're going to choose Google Docs. It'll take a little while for it to open because it's actually going through the process of trying to convert your document. And there it is right there. Now you'll notice that the formatting is a little off. In the original document, this text would have aligned with the top of the diagram, and some of the fonts and so forth may end up looking a little different. So a couple of ways to deal with that. So we can see here we've got this random V that's just showing up here for some reason. So you will get some problems occurring with your formatting. One way to manage that is to simply highlight the text, and then under the Format menu, you can come down here to Clear Formatting, and that will take it back to whatever the default format is for your document, and then you can go ahead and fix it up. So you'll need to look for things like line wrapping and changes in font and things like that, and go through and change that. So let's say, for example, I want to change the font on that, okay? And then what I can do, rather than sort of having to go through that and do that one by one for each of the paragraphs, particularly if you've applied a few different types of formatting, you can highlight that and then you can use this format painter here. Now here's the trick. If you double click on this, then you can simply highlight what you want to change, and it's stayed on. See how it stayed activated? And then I can just simply highlight the next section and then skip over and do the next section. I don't have to keep going back to my format painter to fix that up. It won't copy all of the formatting, but it'll get most of it for you. All right, so what's often common is worksheets that you've downloaded from the internet, so from some sites that make worksheets freely available. So I'm going to drop and drag one in, or drag and drop rather, one in that I've gone and found previously, which is a math worksheet. I just need to find it. Here it is, and same thing. Right click on it, open with, and go ahead and choose Google Docs. Now, we'll just see how this one turns out. It's quite possible that the formatting will be a little bit munted. Yeah, so here's a demonstration to show that the formatting is not quite right. It has messed it all up, and there's simply nothing much that we can do about that. So this is just to demonstrate that when you do find a PDF that you want to try and convert, it is often hit and miss as to whether or not you are going to be able to actually convert it and do the work that you want in terms of editing and reformatting. So sometimes you just need to accept it as it is. All right, so the last one I'll show you is when you've got a paper-based version of a document that you want to try and re-edit. Now, I have shown you another way of doing that using Google Keep. The way I've done this one is I've simply taken a photo using my phone, my smartphone, and uploading that to Google Drive. And I'll do another video another time about how you can actually go about doing that. So here's the picture here. I simply need to right click on that and go open with again and open with Google Docs. And so there's the original text. You can see that it's even managed it even though the photo was the wrong orientation. And it's done a reasonably good job of doing what's called optical character recognition and extracting the text from that. And then again, you just go through, and what I suggest you do is to highlight, use format, and then go ahead and clear the formatting so you can see what you're working with and work your way through that way. All right, that's a few ways of dealing with converting documents to be able to edit them. As always, let me know if you need any extra help.